We had Mayor Wharton come speak to the team today. He delivered a great message. I felt it was important to our team to hear the responsibility that they have as young men, as student athletes in this city with their leadership positions, because they have a lot of opportunity to influence in a positive manner, and that they are role models, that people are looking at them, that they're going to be looked upon by all different age groups. And I felt that the message that the mayor sent to our players, to our student athletes, was a strong, powerful message, and I think it was a positive day for them to hear that.
You tell them that all the time, so I guess it's good to have someone.
Yeah, after practice, I give about 6 or 7 daily life lessons, and they usually can recite it, and they think that there's not a bigger nerd in the history of coaching, because they think some of my sayings, but I want them to hear my voice if they're in a situation and they have a choice to either make the right choice or the wrong choice. I want to make sure that they're hearing my voice and knowing that we need to make the right choice, because that little birdie and the coach's voice is over. Even though he repeats himself, I know everyone here knows I repeat myself a bunch, and that bothers people, but I'm just hoping that I repeat myself so much that they know to stay away from what they need to stay away from.
Can you update us on some of the players' standings?
Right now, we're kind of in the same situation. We leave on Saturday morning, so we'll know when we go there to the airport. If someone can get situated throughout Saturday after we left, we'll fly them up Saturday afternoon. One of those things. We're just kind of day by day, minute by minute. It's just part of the process as we go forward with the NCAA clearinghouse. It's just a normal procedure. It just, again, like I said, it just gets magnified right now because we're trying to go to take an overseas trip, and that's really what it is. If it wasn't for this trip, it would be a normal time frame. Usually for men's basketball, they don't usually get to it towards the end of August because it's not such a pressing matter, because like I said before, football, volleyball, fall sports are most important, and that's the ones we're trying to certify.
You talk about these practices. This comes once every 4 years. Do you think this is giving you guys a leg up going into this upcoming season?
I can't express the advantage of having these practices. Now, it's been wear and tear on the coaches because it's been nonstop, and you get done with recruiting and you're right into it. But it has been it's been a big time advantage for us to do, because if we didn't have these practice with this amount of new people on our team, we would have had to spend the first 6, 7, 8 practices in October to kind of go through all this stuff and put all this stuff in. And so when we get to practices in October, it will already be a kind of a well-oiled machine. We can just kind of say what we're going to do, and they know what we're doing. And I think that's one of the positives about these practices.
Okay, you touched on you have the possibility to fly somebody down there if they get cleared. Is Hip and Chris Crawford, are they practicing now?
Well, here's the thing. Chris Crawford's practicing. And let me just say this, again, in general terms. If on the NC2A clearinghouse, if you're a qualifier, that means qualified academically, and a qualifier amateurism status, you're full clearance. If you are under review, you're able to practice, but you cannot go on the trip. You're not eligible for competition. You're eligible for practice, not for competition. If you're a non-qualifier, you cannot practice, nor can you go on the trip. I can't say who's under review and who's a non-qualifier, who's a qualifier, because of FERPA laws, and I've said this many times. I just can't get sued right now, but that's kind of where it's at. That's the general understanding of what we're under.
But you anticipate these guys being?
I anticipate everyone's going to be fine. I anticipate. It's just, again, the anticipation is the timing. It's whether it can, due to the timing of everything, will it get done in a timely manner? And that's really what it comes down to. And that's really, again, it's being magnified because we're trying to get on a trip. If we weren't going on a trip, this wouldn't even be an issue. No one even know anything, because it would just be a normal year. Because this happened to us last year. It happened the year before when I was at. It's just part of the process. But usually, again, for the winter sports, things don't fully get certified to the end of August.
With these practices, what have you been pleased with?
Well, I think without question, the effort, the mindset. That ball's on the floor, they're diving on the floor. Our whole big thing is defensively and then rebounding. Those 2 big areas, and then we're sprinting and we're running. So, but the big thing is playing hard, the mentality of playing hard. If you've got good players and you play hard, you're going to have a shot to win a lot of games. But the whole key thing is playing hard, giving every ounce of energy and effort, leaving on the floor, playing with that pride and passion, because that Memphis is across your jersey. And with that being said, the guys have done a really nice job of that so far. And we've completed 7 practices. We've got 8, 9, and 10 coming up. So we've got some things to look forward to, and we'll go from there.
Are you getting the leadership from your guys that you were hoping to get it from?
We're getting some leadership, not enough as I would like. Again, sometimes I don't know if it's just because they're so exhausted. I mean, we are running them a lot. I want to make sure they're in great physical shape. So sometimes that could be also a sense of that they're just so winded that they're not able to breathe, not able to talk as much as they would like. But for us, we do need to continue to get better leadership. That is going to be a big thing for us. And I've said this many times. I can't be the voice of enforcement the entire time. We've got to have the players to do that. If it's just going to be me, we're going to hit a ceiling. It's got to be other guys have got to step up, because if they do that, then the sky's, then our potential or our chance to reach goals and do things that we want to do, it becomes a much higher probability than it's just when it's just coming from me.
Have you guys had to do any kind of adjustments on and off of the court due to the Will Barton situation?
In this level of a job, you're always in adjustment mode. You're always up, fly by. You never know, things can happen. As organized of a guy as I am, and detailed, and making sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed, there are a lot of times where you're just adapting. I mean, you're flexibility, change. As I said it last year, loose fit clothing. You got to wear loose fit clothing because things can change on the fly. As I said, right now it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we still got 7 hours left in the day, so a lot can happen.
Coach.